She whispered Hefyon, the far reaches of the broken rim where stars burned quiet and the cold of space, pressed against the hull like a forgotten memory. A single human ship drifted through the silent dark. It was called the Horizon Dawn, and it carried a crew of 12, but only one man was awake. Captain Ethan Cole had been awake for 42 days. The others still slept in cryo. He watched the sensors flicker weakly, showing ghost readings near an uncharted planet. It was not on any map, and yet something down there pulsed like a heartbeat felt drawn to it. His fingers hovered over the console as if the planet itself whispered his name through the static. He brought the ship into orbit. Its surface was blue, and silver strange lights moved beneath its clouds like living veins. He took a breath and prepared the shuttle. He told himself it was science curiosity, duty, but the truth was simpler. He felt something waiting for him, something Elizabeth descent burned through thick mist. The ground came up in a haze of glassy plains and pale trees. He stepped out, helmet-sealed air analyzer running, and for a long time there was nothing but wind. Then the voice came. It was soft, not through the coms, not through sound. It was inside his mind, calling his name. Ethan, the voice said. He froze, his heart pounding. The analyzer showed nothing, no life, no signal, but he felt her. She was there. She appeared between the trees, light bending around her shape. What? And her eyes glowed faintly blue. She looked almost human, but not quite. Her skin had a faint pattern, like shifting light underwater. She watched him silently, then took a slow step closer. "Or you," he whispered before remembering he should not speak. The words still fell out of him, and she tilted her head as if listening to his heart. Instead of his voice, "I am Lyra," she said, and her lips barely moved. "I waited for you." She touched the air between them, and the air itself rippled as if Olivia did not understand. "Waited for me?" Her smile was quiet and sad. "You came before long ago. Your kind lit the stars, then left them cold. But I remember your warmth." She moved closer, each step silent, her presence heavy and strange, like gravity. She reached up her hand, stopping an inch from his chest. "I feel your pulse," she said softly, the same rhythm as before. Should have stepped back, should have scanned. Hera called for backup, but he could not move. Her eyes held him like the pull of a tide. She leaned in close, her breath not air, but light against his skin, and the world around him dimmeth. Planets seemed to hum beneath their feet. He saw flashes in his mind, cities made of light, oceans that sang, faces that burned like stars. He saw her world dying and felt her loneliness stretch across ages. She had waited for someone, anyone. She had waited for him. She leaned in, whispered his name, and for a moment he forgot what silence. Wash's visor fogged with his own breath. He pulled off the helmet and let the alien air touch his skin. It should have killed him, but instead it felt warm. It tasted like rain and memory. She smiled again, and the lines of her skin glowed faintly brighter. She took his hand, her fingers thin and cool, and when they touched, he saw flashes of memory, not his, but hers. Endless waiting, endless stars, and one image always the same. A man standing at the edge of a storm, his face like his own. Realized, she remembered. Someone from humanity long ago, a lost explorer. Maybe the first to reach her world. She had never let go of that memory. Her race had vanished, but she had remained waiting for another like him. She whispered again. "Ethan," her voice trembled as if made of light and sound. Together it made him ache. Deep inside his chest, this body felt strange lighter. His heartbeat matched the hum around them. He looked down and saw light tracing his veins, his pulse shining faintly. She stepped closer until her forehead touched his. Her lips brushed his ear, whispered my name, and nothing else mattered anymore. The ship overhead started to shake, alarms flickering through the silent bridge as the planet's surface rippled like a sea. Waves of energy rising from the core. The ship's computer tried to pull away, but failed. Its engines locked as if held by unseen hands. She looked at him, her eyes wet with strange light. "You cannot go now," she said softly. "The link is Matahe." Felt the energy pour into him, burning bright but not painful. It was connection. Ancient and pure. He saw what she saw, Stars, dying worlds, fading her loneliness, her love for the lost humanity. She had once known, he realized she had been part of something vast, a living network that once guided travelers through the stars, but now she was the last, felt tears rise unbidden. She touched his face as if it were something sacred. "You came back," she said, and for her that was enough. The planet pulsed. Brighter, his body began to fade into light. His last thought was of her eyes. Close and infinite, he whispered her name once more before the light swallowed him. Horizon dawn drifted silent days later, its engines cold, its logs half erased, a signal pulse repeated endlessly from the planet below. It was soft, steady, and sounded like a heartbeat somewhere deep in the ruins. A figure of light stood at the edge of the plane, her hand resting against the glass sky, watching the stars, as if waiting again for a name she already knew.